Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. I had a plan for today, however, unfortunately, because I don't have enough resources at this point in time, I am unable to do what I wanted to do, so I'm having to fall back onto my second plan. Now, my first one was the pumpkin farm here, but if I'm going to do it to any degree that I want to, I need to get a few more things. So what we're going to be doing today is the first half of a villager trading hall. Now, this is another plan which I've had for a little while that I'm unable to fully do, just due to the fact I need resources from 3 different shops, and 2 of them, at least 2 of them that I know of, aren't in stock at the moment with the item I need, so I kind of had to wait. But in the meantime, I have sorted out a few things. I've got all but this guy gone into here. The reason this guy is still here is because he has unlocked these, and I just kind of want to keep him there because I need, you know, diamond sword, diamond axe, and whatever. But I have got a toolsmith here, which I'm keeping for the moment, and the way I've got this set up is if I do this, obviously I can get in, but I can destroy this, they'll go up into this here, and then they'll flow all the way back in and just loop back, and I can just press the button and they'll go here again. If I want them, I can do this and undo this one, and then flow them down to here where I've got 4 villagers currently. This is a 64 emeralds for an efficiency 5 book, which I've shown before, a 12 emeralds for a decent diamond pickaxe, which is efficiency 2, silk touch, and unbreaking 2, which isn't that bad, but I'll probably just, I think that's the lowest price I can get for a diamond pickaxe, so most likely this will go into one of 2 things. One, into just making a base, flat, unenchanted diamond pickaxe, or if I can get an efficiency 5 book and an unbreaking 3 book and a mending book, I can quite easily skip out the silk touch book on these guys, and it might make it a little easier. Then I've got whatever this guy is, a 30 emeralds for luck of the sea 3, and also a 8 emeralds for an infinity book, which is not that bad, but not yet got a mending, so we'll have to still look for that. But obviously these guys are taking up space, and I just really don't have the space for them. And so what I've decided to do is I went into a notepad and I looked at all the trades you can possibly get, and basically listed them all out, including every single different type of enchanted book and not enchanted. I haven't done enchanted weapons and stuff like that, because the theory is if I can get every book, I can get the best weapons, and then the plan is to like have an unenchanted, like if I can get 2 really cheap diamond pickaxes, I can put them into an unenchanted one, and I can just enchant them with books. And I think I also listed down having like a decent enchanted diamond pickaxe. And like if I could get a really good diamond pickaxe, like enchanted diamond pickaxe, I would. But there is a chance I might take that one out. But for the moment, what I found out is the amount of trades that I've written down is 114, which is a nice little even number, which means on both sides of this trading hall we're going to make is going to be 57 different areas. So what I've done is on a other world, I have set up a little thing to build, so I'm going to carve that all out today, get some of these guys set up, probably do the signs, and then design can come later. Maybe we'll do some basic design today, but proper design will come at a later point when I actually have the resources, because again, I need some of the other guys to restock their stuff in order to get the correct resources I need, and also cut down a few more oak logs, because this is going to be a big thing, and I'm using quite a lot of logs in it. But I could be ending up using more if I don't get people coming back in stock. But enough of me babbling on. I'm going to get to digging it, and I'll see you once it's done. And this thing is going to be pretty big. So I'll see you some other time when this is done. Okay, so we are back now, and I have made a lot of progress on this build. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff in here, and that's not even, you know, that much of it, considering most of it has been put into this here and over back in here, and some of it went actually into rebuilding here, because, as I said, the amount of trades that I had written down was 114. Now, having a look at that list again, I realized, you know, I've put down 4 different accounts of having 2 of the same trade almost. So for stuff like diamond chestplate, diamond axe, diamond sword, and diamond pickaxe, I had written something along the lines of the lowest amount I could possibly get. However, you know, for depending on the tools, it doesn't really matter. I would have, for the lowest amount possible for, let's say, a pickaxe, which I think is 12 emeralds, I'd have a unenchanted, I wouldn't care about the enchantment of the pickaxe. I could put 2 together for 24, basically 24 emeralds for a unenchanted diamond pickaxe, which then I could take the normal enchantments and then add them to that and get basically a perfect pickaxe. Now, I had also written on those 4 different accounts having a pickaxe with or pickaxe, axe, sword, or chest plate with the best enchantment possible. But I've realized 2 things. One, that means I have to, you know, it's a lot more difficult to weigh that, because then it's like the best enchantment, but what if I have it really expensive and stuff like that. And in the end, if I can get 2 really cheap of whatever I'm after and just combine them together to get an unenchanted one, and then you get the like lowest for the books that I want on it, let's say Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. If I can get those books really easily, I can just add them onto an unenchanted pickaxe and then be done with it. And same with all the armor and stuff, and then I can sell that on if I really need to. So I've taken away those 4 examples, so we've now lowered this down to 110 trades in here, which is what I should have enough signs for. And for the moment, what we're going to do is I need to do a few things first, which is I need to remove all these blocks that are here and replace them with stone stairs, upside down stone stairs, because that's where the signs are going to go. And then I also need to put stone slabs in here. Now, this place is obviously quite empty, and the reason for that is quite simple. I don't have the resources at the moment, which is why I said today is going to be the first half of this, and then in the future we're going to do it again, because if I remember correctly, just from the floor, like these are all stairs and then half slabs there. Just from the floor though, I think it's a line of red stained clay, dark oak, red stained clay. I've got some sea lanterns / glowstone, either way works, and a weird sort of assortment of in these 9 blocks here, and then I've got, I think, bone blocks down the rest of it, and then it's repeated on the other side. Because I wanted to use a lot of blocks, and I haven't got those blocks at the moment. The only one that I can easily get myself, or the only 2 I can easily get myself, are glowstone and well, actually, there's oak wood on some of these pillars alternating as well, so I can actually get 3 items fairly easily, which is the glowstone, the normal oak, and also the bone blocks, whereas I need help getting the sea lanterns, which are currently on sale. I need about 2 stacks of those, so I'm going to have to get those. Some dark oak, which I think I need like 5 stacks of, and some red stained clay, which I then have to get the stained clay or the hardened clay, and then I need to color that red myself. And I need about 6 stacks of that in total, just under. So, yeah, things are going to be difficult to do that. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to replace all the things with the I need 110 stone stairs or stone brick stairs. I'm going to put all those down there, and then I'm going to list up or get my list up, and then I'm going to write on the sides each one. And assuming that I have them here, for example, with the guy with the efficiency 5 book, I'm going to throw him in there, and then I'm also on top of that going to write, as I have done there, I'm going to say on all the ones I haven't got a villager at the moment, I'll just say what the item is that I need, and then when I actually have one, I'm going to say, hey, I need, you know, this costs this many emeralds, and then I can switch it out, and that way I can at least know basically what to look out for the next one. So if I get a new villager that has a efficiency 5, for example, I can go, wait a minute, this guy has, let's say, 30 emeralds for efficiency 5, let's go quickly down here, check that, oh, it's 64, let's switch him out, sort of thing. And then get rid of the other guy, unless obviously he has stuff like Aqua Affinity, I think that guy has, so I might put him into the Aqua Affinity one. But for now, priority, I'd say efficiency 5 is a priority over in Aqua Affinity. So, and also, what was it? Protection 2. And I also realized up here, let's just eat some food quickly. I forgot I actually had some really good villagers in here. I have these 2 villagers, they don't really matter, but I actually have a librarian in here, which he has infinity for less than the other guy that has infinity is here for. And then I have another librarian, if I can find him, that is actually selling... If I can't find him, you're just going to have to believe me. He is selling an efficiency, not an efficiency, a feather falling 4 book, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, I don't want to keep rambling on forever, so I'm going to go get my lists and write up this these signs, and then we're going to probably transfer a few of these villagers in. I think, as I said, that this guy, the toolsmith, is actually the lowest emerald to diamond pickaxe guy, and also he's a very good guy because I can, for the moment, completely ignore the Silk Touch book and just add the efficiency 5 and the unbreaking 3 on, and potentially the mending if I ever get it. So I can kind of cut out a step for the moment, but I will definitely at some point still need a Silk Touch book for all the other tools that I have. But yeah, as I said, I need to stop rambling, and I'm going to transfer some of these guys over here, and hopefully we can kind of get through these guys a little bit and work out if they're worth it or not. Right, so here we are now with this a tiny bit changed. It's not looking any better, obviously, because we just don't have the resources to do it. We will do this in a different episode. I will just get all the materials I need together and just kind of do it all in one fell swoop rather than just adding bits at a time. But yeah, I've added signs for every single one of these, and I realized there's two things that I've done wrong here, but for now, this is just kind of a guide until we actually get the stuff in. Now, what I've done, obviously, is I've added certain things, and for these ones here specifically, there is no specific lowest amount to highest amount sort of thing, so I've added just the normal trade, which is 1 emerald to, well, there shouldn't be an S there, but 1 emerald to 5 apples, 1 emerald to 6 cookies, 1 emerald to 1 cake, 6 fish, and 1 emerald to 6 cooked fish, and then the rest of them pretty much are ones that, you know, for the moment, I'm just going to keep clear. Now, what I have done is I did these in the order of the like trading chart, I think, from 1.8. So there is a potential chance I've missed out on one thing or two. But what I've ended up doing is I've realized adding, because I started with efficiency 5, and I know for a fact I have efficiency 5, I've ended up adding the max numbers, which I think is something I probably shouldn't do at the moment, considering, let's say, fortune, well, not fortune, looting, wherever it is. Where is looting? Here it is. Looting goes up to 3. I've also put it in the wrong place. So let me just quickly fix that. But looting, I have a looting 2, for example, at the moment. But I don't have a looting 3, so that would be wrong. I would probably think in my head, oh, I've got looting 3 and I really need looting 3, etc., etc., but I'd only have looting 2. Now, I could put the 2 books together, obviously, but, you know, it's still technically a lie. So these will probably get changed at some point. I could have probably just done it then, but yeah, these are just guides for the moment. I'm not sure if I'll change them with item frames at any point, just to make them look more appealing, and I'll like rename a enchanted book with the name of it, so that I can sort of be like, oh, this is pumpkin. Well, it'll be pretty obvious if it's pumpkins, but I can be like, oh, this is this, you know, enchanted diamond pickaxe or whatever, and I can say how many emeralds it is and whatever. Yeah, I did double check as well. Diamond pickaxe, enchanted diamond pickaxe, the lowest price is actually 12 emeralds. So that's pretty cool. So what we need to do now, quickly, is I'm going to take some of these guys in. I need to get some half slabs, which should be in this bottom chest. Here we go. These are the stone slabs I was going to use. And these guys are just going to go in here for a temporary moment, just so I can kind of sort them out and they don't have to be so close and just a complete noise. I was AFKing around here like a little while setting everything up, and it is a pain to listen to. So I'm gonna definitely have to lower the volume when I'm editing this. But yeah, this guy can go in there because I can actually just say, hey, he is a, you know, lowest price thing. And that actually reminds me as well of the other thing I screwed up on, which I think I didn't actually explain yet, which is the fact that if we go back down here, if it doesn't take too much time, and I'm going to have to quickly find them. They're mainly on this side here, but for example, you can see there's diamonds on here, and iron, for example, and coal. Now, these things are repeated for every single one of these guys, so, you know, coal, and this guy even has coal, the butcher, and stuff like that, and there's another guy back here, which is the armorer, which I don't know why he's not next to the other toolsmiths and stuff. I need to do some reworking, I think, but he also has iron, coal, and diamonds. String is a multiple one, iron and coal is over multiple on these sides. So yeah, as I said, this is just a guide, but I'm going to obviously probably refine it. It's just a case of me trying to get things in the necessary place. Luckily, down here is probably fine for the moment. It's just on this side that I can maybe fix a few things, like the armor being to in the correct place and stuff like that. But saying that, if I'm going to get rid of a certain amount, then I've got to pull that haul back a little bit, and we'll have to see how that ends up working. But we have a ton of stone, so that's going to be fine no matter what happens. So yeah, I'm going to take some of these guys, get them in here if I can. Might need to make some craft some rails, and yeah, I'm going to get them down here in the correct place, and hopefully they don't die, because I'm going to have to wheel them into here, break the minecart, or fix them in, break the minecart, and then break the rail underneath them, and I should be able to get fairly close in, because if I do that, I can get that close in. So hopefully everything works, and yeah, I'm just going to go quickly do that, and I'll see you after we've done it, because it shouldn't be too interesting to look at. So yeah, hopefully everything goes to plan. Okay, so I've transferred all the guys from here, and I've also now added a pathway or a railway from this place all the way across down all the way to here, which is a bit messy, and I've had to use a ton of rails. I had to make a ton as well, so I'm using up a lot of iron, which sucks because I need a lot of iron for some stuff I need to do, but you know, I got a bit of iron out of this thing, so I'm kind of okay for it. And I also realized something as well, is that going down here, this thing here, Eye of Ender is actually incorrect, because having a look at an updated villager trading chart, it seems to say that you get Ender Pearls instead of Eyes of Ender. Though I might be wrong about that. When we get to it, we will obviously, you know, change it as appropriate, considering we need to change it for anyway. And yeah, so I've got the Infinity guy in here. I have the 30 emeralds for a Luck of the Sea 3, and then I also have my 64 emeralds for an Efficiency 5. And I think that, oh no, I've also got the dude down here, which is the 12 emeralds for a diamond pickaxe enchanted. So he is pretty good. Obviously, you know, as I've said before, we can basically ignore a Silk Touch book for the little while until, you know, we maybe, well, actually, we're just going to probably keep that guy, and then we just never really have to worry about Silk Touch on pickaxes, which should make repairing the pickaxes even cheaper, or generally enchanting them with extra books should make them cheaper, which is good. If we can get that on all of the tools, or potentially all the tools, depending on certain things, like, because the problem then is if we need, I don't know if Fortune overwrites Silk Touch or Silk Touch overrides Fortune. I don't know which way it works, so we might have to get two of them to put together to make a Fortune one, but still, that doesn't really matter in the end. But yeah, that's going to be all I do for today, just because there's not really much else I can do other than just transport, you know, go through these guys, transport them down if they're good enough trades and stuff like that, and sort them out there. So I will probably do that, and just, you know, while getting some more carrots, breeding these guys up a bit more, and just getting everything that I need, and then hopefully fairly soon I can get all the resources I need together to do the whole decoration of that area. As I said, I'd rather do it in one fell swoop than wait and do it in little bits here and there. So I'm going to have to wait for some of the other guys in the server to kind of restock. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I don't know if it was too short, but yeah, there's not really much else I can do in this episode. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.